Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. We're going to take our 100-day post-release look at Phyrexia. All will be one set box sales data off of TCG Player through the entire pre-release period and out to 100 days post-release. Now, it has sold 5,082 boxes on TCG Player at a total cost of $623,000 for an average price of $122.60 per box, just barely over the cost where even the smallest card stores in the US can sell it and at least make a few pennies. So, some of the moderate and large size card stores who have a little bit better pricing power, a little more efficiency of operations, they're able to sell this on a marketplace and make some money if they need to, which also bodes well for walking in and buying it off the shelf locally at a store. That becomes even more profitable for the dealers selling these boxes. Now, what to compare it to? In the Q1 2022 Hasbro conference call, Hasbro bragged that Kamigawa Neon Dynasty at that time was the best-selling standard set in all of Magic history. And of course, now merely a year later, we see that Phyrexia All Will Be One, at least on the set box side, has outsold it pretty significantly. Kamigawa, up to this point, had sold 4,606 boxes compared to Phyrexia's 5,082, and a total sale dollar-wise of $547,000 compared to Phyrexia's $623,000. So Phyrexia has outperformed Kamigawa in the set boxes by 10% more on a box basis and 14% more on a total dollars spent basis. I think that really bodes well that the amount of sales are going up year over year. And, as much as we may disapprove of some of the things that WOTC does, some of the decisions they make, how much they reach into the value of your collection and extract value by constantly reprinting anything with value, how much they release too many products and send goons after people in their own homes, they keep making more and more money over time. And we see right here. And so do not expect much to change. Do not expect print runs to really tighten up that much, and expect more shenanigans out of WOTC in the future, because really when the financial results show that, hey, they sold the best-selling standard product in the whole 30-year history of Magic in the first quarter of 2022, and then they outdid that by 10 to 14%, depending on which thing you're counting, in the next year, well, they're going to see that as success, and they're going to keep doing more of it. And out to the long timeline, this all really bodes well, one, for Phyrexia, because even after it goes out of print eventually and eventually rotates out of standard, it really doesn't matter how much was printed, the supply will tighten up, and a lot of people will always have a soft spot in their hearts for this set, which will ultimately cause more boxes to be opened, more singles to be consumed. And on the long timeline, I would expect Phyrexia will see better than average compound annual growth rates for a Magic standard set. And particular to us as investors, seeing the increased performance of Phyrexia over Kamigawa, where Kamigawa was previously the best-selling standard set in all of Magic history, that's what we want to see as investors. We want to constantly see that the players and the collectors are pouring ever greater amounts of money into the network, because that keeps the value of everything up. It increases the value of the total network. It causes more cards to be consumed, which puts more pressure on sealed boxes. It causes more excitement for doing things like buying an old box off of eBay and busting it open with friends, or doing a retro draft of something ancient and consuming those old boxes that we will then resupply from within our closets. So on the long timeline, as investors, we love to see this kind of increased performance, increased money pouring into set after set after set. And I will have a video coming probably this Saturday, 2 days from today, 3 days from today, about how this all relates into Commander Masters and Legends of the Lord of the Rings this summer. And it's a very interesting conversation I've been having with a patron for a couple of days. But, when WOTC is constantly trying to grow revenue year over year over year, that really constrains them in some interesting ways as a company. But back to Phyrexia, it's a great set. Anecdotally, everyone is saying they love it. It's a good selling product. The data back that up. And long term, I think this is a good, solid winner. Let me know what you think, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade. Join the Patreon.